Donna Bush with your CID-TV News Brief and weather forecast. Thanks as always for joining us on this Monday evening. March is a social work month in the Cayman Islands, and this year's theme is social workers are essential. Last Friday, the annual recognition event was held in honor of social workers here in the Cayman Islands.
This morning is about recognizing our profession and the significant contributions we make as social workers and human service agents who remained vigilant in caring for our clients and the community during the COVID-19 pandemic. With the onset of COVID-19 and shelter-in-place regulations requiring the suspension of various government services, DCFS staff remained active in delivering direct case management, intervention services, and most importantly, carried out needed child safeguarding assessments and investigations during the lockdown. Our adult special needs program remains COVID-free, with not one resident becoming infected, and our community care workers providing care with the needed precautions, maintaining our COVID-free record to date. The pandemic required the department to be creative in providing existing and new services to ensure the needs of the people were being met whilst embracing best practices and delivering excellent customer service. Some of these services included maintaining our 24-hour on-call emergency services, adjusting to new ways of direct client contact via Zoom, Skype, and WhatsApp. We continue to deliver court services on matters relating to custody, child protection, and youth proceedings. Despite the shelter-in-place regulations, social workers carried out mandatory home visits, so we still went out into the field despite the risk of being exposed to COVID-19.
Social workers and team managers were awarded for their dedication and hard work. Team awards were given for those who work with MASH, the youth, family, elderly, case management, community development, admin, and finance teams, as well as the team on Kim and Brack. Meanwhile, Employee of the Year awards were given for those who work in adult special needs at the Golden Age and Maple House homes. The Manager of the Year and Social Worker of the Year awards were also given to deserving recipients. We say congratulations to all of those awarded. Well, 5 past directors were also honored during the event. We will bring you more details on News Brief Tuesday evening on that. Last Friday afternoon as well, a private-public partnership contract was signed between the Cayman Islands government and DART for the Georgetown landfill project. Premier the Honorable Alden McLaughlin had this to say during Friday's press briefing.
I am most pleased to announce the signing of a 25-year contract between the Cayman Islands government and DART to design, build, finance, maintain, and operate a new integrated solid waste management system and to complete the ongoing remediation of the Georgetown landfill.
For more on the landfill project, you can go online to regen.ky. Again, that's regen.ky. On Friday, close to 450 students who attend the Clifton Hunter High School had the opportunity to talk to those who are already in careers that they're interested in.
We felt that this team was quite important to not only engage our partners in giving them an opportunity to meet with our students, but also to engage the school in collaborative partnerships, collaborative programs that can enhance the welfare and well-being of our students. So this year's career fair is actually one of our largest ever. As you can see, we're using our gymnasium, which offers us not only more room, but much more space to engage a wider range of partners. And they have really enjoyed the change. They've enjoyed the new venue. They're now able to walk about more freely and engage in conversation with more public and private sector partners.
Career fairs are held at high schools across the Cayman Islands each year in an effort to ensure students are educated about the various career opportunities that exist and what it takes to have careers of their choice. Well, on this Monday, the high temperature rose to 86 degrees, the low 74. The forecast calls for mainly fair skies with a 20% chance of afternoon showers. Winds are from the east to 5 to 10 knots or 10 to 15 knots today, 5 to 10 knots tonight. Seas are slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Now, Monday calls for the moderate easterly winds and some seas, which are expected across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours. It's all due to a ridge of high pressure over the northwest Caribbean. Remember, you can find the latest on local weather conditions online at weather.gov.ky or download the Weather Services app on your mobile device. That's CINWS. And that's it for today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Donna Bush, thanking you for joining us and inviting you back here again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
The Esterly-Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.
I'm Jody Ann Powery. I'm the Police Media Officer with the RCIPS, and I'm here to give you some crime prevention tips on how to best protect your property. The first thing that we want to discuss is our points of entries. Let's start with the front door, and then we'll move on to the windows and the back doors or sliding glass doors. The first thing to consider is the front door. This particular front door has 2 deadbolt locks. One of these deadbolt locks are properly carpentered and the other is not. When your door is properly locked, you'll hear a click at the end and the deadbolts are not able to move. If it is slightly opened, then you can push the deadbolt back without having any restrictions. I'll now proceed to show you what your lock should look like when it is properly locked. When it comes to your windows, you want to make sure that your window is locked all the way down, because even though the lock is on, if it's not all the way down, it can still be pried. The proper way to lock the window is to make sure that the window goes all the way down to the seal and then you pull across the lock. When you have a sliding glass door at home, you want to make sure that you have secondary locking devices in addition to the lock that comes with the door. One of those can be a simple piece of wood that's jamming the doorway. We want to encourage you to ensure that you don't make things easy for burglars who are looking for opportunities to break into property by leaving your property out in plain view. Some of these items are your car keys, your electronics, and your handbags. Make sure that you put these properties away when you're leaving the house or when you're going to bed. When you're going camping or if you're taking your family on a trip, you want to ensure that your property has some sign of life. This can be done by leaving a light on or putting timers on your lights. And we want to ensure that our family homes are safe. In order to do so, we encourage that people take the proper precautions by starting up neighborhood watches or encouraging family members or persons they trust to check on their properties while they're away.
Join Donna Bush weekdays at 6 p.m. for the CIG TV News Update.